Well, you know, as dogs get older, they often suffer from symptoms of old age, just like people do.
But now there's new hope for a better quality of life for your older dogs. A rehabilitation clinic is open in St. Petersburg devoted to some of our furry friends. And 10 News reporter Alexander Hackett is live at the K-9 Rehab Center this morning to show us all that's being offered out there. Good morning, Alexander.
Good morning, Mario. This rehab is really the first of its kind in the Bay Area, and it's the fourth in the state. Take a look behind me. You can see this is Dr. Mark Brown. He runs the rehab center, and we're here with Maggie this morning. They're doing some hydrotherapy work on a treadmill, which you can actually see is underwater. Some of these pets that come here suffer from a number of conditions and injuries. Some have things like osteoarthritis, some are post-operative and just need some healing, and some of them just need some exercise. Cindy, Vivi, and Flixen are as close as companions get. They go everywhere together.
She loves to go for car rides, play with her tennis ball.
But a few weeks ago, Cindy noticed her 8-year-old Weimaraner wasn't as spry as she used to be.
Her front legs were working overtime, but her hind legs just couldn't get her. She couldn't get herself up.
Cindy was fortunate because her veterinarian has opened a unique rehab center at a St. Petersburg clinic. Turns out Flixen wasn't getting enough exercise.
Inactivity leading to weak muscles, flaccid muscles. Those muscles are no longer supporting the joints. Therefore, the joints start to do all the work without any help.
Dr. Mark Brown and his technicians use what's called a cold laser to stimulate the tissue in Flixen's hind legs and spine. Then it's time for a hydrotherapy session. Once inside the tank, Flixen walks on a treadmill. The water eases the stress on her joints while conditioning her muscles.
We want to get her back to where she was before she started to show signs of pain and discomfort and weakness.
The goal is to get Flixen strong enough so she can do an exercise program at home. Dr. Brown says she's almost there.
It really makes me feel good because ultimately we're treating the problem rather than the symptom.
Cindy's experienced the benefits of physical therapy herself. It's helped mend nerve damage in her leg, and she's thrilled her friend Flixen is getting back to her old self, too.
Watch out, she's in high gear now.
And since Cindy has trouble walking herself, she knows that she can't give Flixen all the exercise she really needs at home, so she's actually hired a neighbor to run and walk Flixen for her. And really, the K-9 Rehab Center does a lot more than the hydrotherapy you see behind me and the things that they do in the pool, and as well as the cold laser. They have electrotherapy, massage therapy, and some land and mobility training, too. And guys, you know, the really important thing about this is before this center was here in the Bay Area, dogs like Flixen and Maggie behind me, if they were really weak, the only options they had was really a lot of medication, or in many cases euthanasia. Back to you.
You know, Alexander, earlier you had another dog in there. You have Maggie right now in the water. Do they pretty much take to it right away, or is it pretty difficult to introduce these type of exercises to these dogs?
Well, the pool over here to my left, which is mostly used in other areas as a baptismal pool in churches, they use this pool here at the rehab center in a lot of ways for dogs who are really weak condition, who can't take actually walking on a treadmill, and that really eases them into it. You can see that there's a whole thing of life jackets here on the wall, and this helps give the dogs buoyancy and really gets them starting to move again. And once they get stronger in that bigger pool, then they put them over here on the treadmill and actually get them walking again.
Well, who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right?
That's right.
All right.
Good way to put it.
All right, appreciate it, Alexander.